Welcome back. It is Sunday, November 27th in the NBA. My three favorite picks are on the way. Let's recap yesterday. What should have been a 2-0 day. The Raptors plus 2.5 was one of our picks. They cashed it. They went outright by, I believe, 5. Devin Vassell, he ends with 20 points on the dot. We had his over 20.5. Now, the only silver lining is that a lot of people took it at 19.5, so a lot of people still cashed out. Vassell should have hit 21 plus points, but obviously he doesn't get it done. I don't think he scored in the fourth quarter or didn't score in the last 8 to 10 minutes of the game. But either way, we'll dive back in. We got 3 picks today. Sundays are a little bit weird in the NBA, so I'm only putting 3 picks out there. I could probably have 7 or 10, but I don't want to put that many out. Sundays are always really weird. But if you are new to the Call No Shot channel, my name's Austin. Go down below, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. We do these videos every single morning, so go hit that subscribe button. Also, since it's NFL Sunday, we do have our parlays and player props video, a crowd favorite, which went live yesterday evening. If you want to go check that out, we've hit 2 straight moneyline parlays. We're going for 3 straight, so definitely check that video out. We got 4 player props plus that moneyline parlay. I'll link it at the end of this video, as well as in the comment section and in the description down below. And last but not least, I talked about this in the NBA or NFL video yesterday, is that we are sponsored by Chalkboard. We have a Chalkboard. It's just a free group discussion app, very similar to a Discord. We have over 2,000 people in there. If you want to join, chat about some winners, maybe I'll try to answer your questions. The community can answer your questions. Without further, just go click the top link in the description. You can join our Chalkboard. I will see you guys in there. We have over 2,000 members. Let's see if we can get up to 3,000. That would be awesome. Also, the best bet segment likely returns tomorrow, but I don't want to put it on a Sunday, and we're starting with this guy. I could make him a best bet, but I'll stick to just 1 unit. Obviously, I want to make all best bets 1.5 units, and I'm just not comfortable putting 1.5 units on this guy. But Anthony Simons of the Portland Trail Blazers taking his over 29.5 points plus assists, minus 115 on FanDuel. Now, some books are slow to wake up and put lines for this game, which is an early start at 3 p.m. Eastern time, so get in your bets early if you're watching this video. But let's talk about the Blazers. They're in Brooklyn taking on the Nets, and I'd take his PRA line at 33.5. That's what you got it at. I take his points plus assist line at 30.5. If you need an individual line, I probably wouldn't lay the juice on his assists at 4.5, so I'd rather probably just take his points. And Simons is a guy that could hit this over in just points alone. He actually did that in their last game when he scored 38 points. Now, with Damian Lillard out again, Simons going to be the number 1 guy in this offense, and he's going to go out there and shoot a lot. And he's played well without Lillard this season. In 6 games without him, he's had 37, 39, 29, 34, 26, and 43 points plus assists. So he's cashed in 4 of 6. You look at the 2 games he went under. Well, he went 5 for 18 and 6 for 18 from the field. One of them finishing on the hook, the other finishing 4 points plus assists short of this line. So he's been playing pretty well, and over those 6 games, you look at his averages, 28.5 points per game and 6.2 assists per game. So that's great, but the large part where I'm taking this is that the field goal attempts are there, 20.8 field goal attempts. So this is a guy that's going to attempt a lot of 3-pointers. So your shot attempts aren't just, mid-ranges and whatnot. You're getting great value on those shots because he's attempting 12 3-pointers in those 6 games without Damian Lillard. So if he can get hot, he'll hit this pretty easily, and he's a volume 3-point shooter. He's a pretty good shooter, and today they're taking on the Nets, and not since Kyrie Irving's been back, not a great defensive team. And the Blazers also, despite Lillard being out, they got a couple other guys that are out, and this is a very short rotation. So we're going to see them play maybe 9 men at the most, but likely a lot of 8, and they don't have a lot of guards to really go back out there. So Simons, unless his game is like a 40-point blowout, Simons can go out there and play 37, 38 minutes. He's played 37 plus minutes in all the games without Damian Lillard, so I expect him out there a lot. And these 2 teams matched up earlier this season. It was a close game. We saw Royce O'Neal get the buzzer beater tip in, and he had a triple-double. But in that game, Simons had 26 points plus assists, so he did go under. That was in only 29 minutes. So if he had played his normal, 36, 37 minutes, he hits us over. But also Lillard was active in that game, and Lillard on his own had 36 points plus assists. So I really like Simons today. I think it's a great matchup against the Nets. If they can keep this close, which I think the Blazers can, I think we should see Simons have a pretty good day. The field goal attempt volume will be there. Should be able to dish in, 5 to 8 assists, hopefully. And I just think Simons is a really good young player. If you haven't never watched him play, you can go watch him. He might be clanking it up, but he's going to shoot a lot, and he's not afraid to continue to shoot. He has the green light, and this offense is going to need him to be out there because a lot of the guys playing with him don't really shoot all too often. So give me Simons over 29.5 points plus assists. You can play it up a point or 2 if you need to. Now, I don't have a game pick today. I do want to start bringing back the game picks, whether that's a spread pick or an over-under on the day. I looked at the Timberwolves Warriors under 235. That's just a very high line to hit. But I'd rather take a player prop in that one, and I'd rather go with Rudy Gobert over 12.5 rebounds, minus 108 on Barstool Sportsbook. I don't anticipate this going up to 13.5. I probably would not play it at 13.5, or maybe play it for a half unit, depending on how you're feeling. Now, this is another early start, 3:30 p.m. Eastern time, so if you're watching this at like 6 p.m., hopefully our plays are 2-0. hopefully that'd be nice. Then we're going into our third and final play. We'll talk about that in a second. But Gobert and the Timberwolves at home taking on the Warriors, and Gobert averaging right around this line, 12.8 rebounds per game this season. And he's going to draw the matchup with Kevon Looney, which is good for us because Kevon Looney doesn't do much offensively. All he does is set screens. He might score like 6-10 points. Very unlikely because the Timberwolves are a team that haven't really given up a lot of points to centers, large in part thanks to Gobert. And this matchup's great because the Warriors giving up the 6th most offensive rebounds per game in the NBA. We know Gobert capable of going and get those tip outs to his the guys that backcourt. He's able to go get a lot of offensive rebounds, and they're giving up the 6th most rebounds per game in the NBA. So we're looking at our 6th most rebounds per game to centers, which is obviously Gobert's position. Now, Gobert not only has played well this season, hitting this over in 4 of his last 6, including 16 and 17 his last 2 games, but he's also played well versus the Warriors really in his whole career. In his last 12 games versus Golden State, a large sample size, he's averaged 17.3 rebounds per game. I take 17 today, but he's also hit the over in all 12 games. So he's been 12 for 12 in his last 12 versus the Warriors. And while I don't want to knock on wood for that, we need that to go to 13 and 13. But Gobert had 19, 18, 20 rebounds versus the Warriors last season. And while he is on a Timberwolves team that has more capable rebounders, you think back to those Jazz days when he was there, they had the guys like Mike Conley. They had guys like Donovan Mitchell, who aren't really guys that are going to grab a lot of rebounds, but neither are D'Angelo Russell. Anthony Edwards might grab some, but Karl-Anthony Towns doesn't really steal a lot of rebounds, honestly. And Gobert leads the league in rebound chances per game at 22.9. The guy that's next up behind him is a couple rebound chances lower. That's Domantas Sabonis, who averages 19.7 rebound chances per game, and he's already played the Warriors 3 times, Sabonis that is, and Sabonis hit this over in all 3 games. He had 14, 14, and 22 rebounds. Now, Gobert's not going to go out there and play 45 minutes, but neither is Sabonis. Sabonis is a guy that normally plays 25 to 32, 34 minutes, and that's exactly right around where Gobert is going to play. He's going to play a little bit more minutes than Looney out there, and I think he should have a good day on the offensive and defensive glass. We can see a team like the Warriors historically this whole season, they really don't attack the rim at all. So I don't see Gobert having to contest a lot of shots, really having a chance to get into foul trouble. I think he's just going to be in there to go out there, grab some rebounds, and hopefully put some pressure on the defensive rebounders for the Warriors. So I think where Gobert continues his rebounding reign versus the Golden State Warriors, take us over 12.5 rebounds. Now, my third and final pick of the day, Jaren Jackson Jr. over 15.5 points, minus 120 on FanDuel. Now, like I said, some sportsbooks still sleeping in on Sunday morning. Can't blame them. And I would take JJJ up to 16.5. And JJJ, Triple J, been kind to us this season. We're 2-0 on his over in points. Let's go to 3-0 as Jaren Jackson Jr. and the Grizzlies are in Madison Square Garden to take on the New York Knicks. Now, like I talked about, Jaren, after a rough start in his first game when I think he scored 7 points on 3 of 14 shooting, set this over in 3 straight with 25, 22, and 20 points. So he's been playing pretty well, and last game was a perfect recipe for him to go under, as he had to face Zion Williamson, a guy that's going to put a lot of pressure on a guy like JJJ, and he dealt with foul trouble. I think he only had 4 points in the first half. He only had 7 field goal attempts altogether, but he still scored 20 points. That was a really good sign. I think he shoots more today against the Knicks, and I expect him to have more field goal attempts. That's the nature of it. A guy only shot 7 times last game. He should shoot more, and the Knicks are going to make a concerted effort to stop Ja Morant. I mean, obviously, you got to stop the number 1 guy, and Mitchell Robinson has done pretty well against Ja Morant in the past, having a lot of rim protection. I think Mitchell Robinson had like 8 blocks in one game against Ja earlier, I believe last year. But Jaren's played well against the Knicks, 16, 10, and 26 points in his last 3 at Madison Square Garden. Obviously, players want to show up at Madison Square Garden. I think the Knicks can keep this game close to. Should be a fast-paced game. Over under at 230. Jaren also been getting to the free throw line a good amount. We just saw the Knicks. The Knicks, man, they were fouling like crazy. They give up 51 free throw attempts to the Blazers last game. Jeremy Grant had 28 by his own. I think 28 was one of the most that's ever been seen since like 2000. So I think Jaren Jackson Jr. is going to knock down some shots, but also may get some free points at the line. So give me JJJ's over 15.5 points. I think this is too low. He's hit this in like the third quarter for the last 2 times we've taken his over. I have faith in you, Mr. Triple J. Now, those are my 3 plays of the day. As always, I don't want to force any more plays. I looked at Stephen Curry's over in points. He has a pretty good track record against the Timberwolves, but like I said, I don't want to obviously have 2 plays in one game. So I'm just going to stick to 3. Hopefully we go 2-1. Hopefully 3-0. That would be electric. We'll be back on Monday. Best bet of the day should return. Should have a favorite spread pick then as well. So don't force too many plays. Sunday's a little bit weird, but as always, if you want to support the channel even more, become a CLS All-Star. You get our plays a little bit early, but you also get to support the channel for all the work that I do 100% for free for you guys. If you want to join, go click that join button. We have 4 new ones. We got Carlos M, we got Tarun, we got Hamilton Alexander HD, and then we got Cheat Sheet. We appreciate you guys so much for supporting the channel. My 2 final reminders: parlays and player props already live on the channel. It's right here. Go click it. link there. And then also our chalkboard, if you want to join, I'll put the link. Actually, I think I can put a link here to join. If you want to join our chalkboard, I'll see you guys in there. Let's see if we can hit 3,000 members in the chalkboard. Should be available for iPhone and Android. So I'll see you guys in the chalkboard. See you guys in this parlays and player props video. Let's have a great day. Be back again Monday morning. Let's go 3-0. Let's bring out the brooms. See you guys then. Peace out.